Have you ever wondered what keeps individuals going in the face of seemingly insurmountable odds? Pause for a moment and ponder. What is that invisible force that fuels the human spirit even when circumstances are dire? That force, my friends, is faith. Faith, an intangible yet potent concept, is the backbone of human resilience and perseverance. It's like a beacon in the darkest nights, a compass in the tumultuous sea of life. It is faith that encourages us to take one more step when our legs feel like lead, to smile when our hearts are heavy, and to hope when all seems lost. Faith is not just about religious beliefs. It's a universal trait, a thread that connects us all, regardless of our backgrounds, cultures, or personal philosophies. It's the conviction that there's a light at the end of the tunnel, that tomorrow will be a brighter day. Today, we delve into the lives of people who never gave up on their faith, no matter the odds. Meet Carolina, a woman whose faith carried her through one of the most challenging times in her life. Carolina was an ordinary woman leading an ordinary life until her world was turned upside down with a diagnosis, a word that strikes fear into the hearts of many: cancer. But Carolina was no ordinary woman. She had something extraordinary, something that gave her the strength to face the giant that was cancer. That something was her faith. Faith was not just a word to Carolina. It was her lifeline, her anchor in the storm. It was the beacon that guided her through the darkest nights, the ray of hope that lit up her path when all around her seemed bleak. Carolina had a belief, a deep-seated conviction that no matter what life threw at her, she would not be shaken. She believed in the power of faith to heal, to restore, to make whole. She believed, and so she fought. Throughout her battle, her faith never wavered. She faced each day with a courage that was inspiring, a strength that was awe-inspiring. She held onto her faith like a shield, using it as her armor against the onslaught of the disease. She believed in miracles, and so she hoped. She hoped for a better tomorrow, for a future free of pain and suffering. Her faith was not just about believing in the unseen, it was about trusting in the process, about surrendering to the higher power, about accepting the will of the divine. It was a faith that did not demand proof, a faith that did not question, a faith that simply believed. And it was this faith that carried her through, that gave her the strength to fight, that gave her the courage to hope. Carolina's story is a testament to the power of faith. A testament to the strength of the human spirit. It's a story that inspires, that uplifts, that gives hope. It's a story that reminds us that no matter how dark the night, faith can light up the way. Carolina's faith was her beacon of hope, her guiding light in the darkest of times. Now let's turn our attention to Abdullah, a man who found strength in his faith during a time of great turmoil. Abdullah was just an everyday man living in a war-torn land. His life, once filled with the humdrum of daily routines, was upended when conflict escalated, forcing him to flee. The journey ahead was filled with uncertainty, a path less traveled where every step could be a step into the unknown. But Abdullah was not alone. His faith was his constant companion, a beacon of hope in the darkest of times. Abdullah's faith was not a fair-weather friend. It wasn't something he clung to only when the times were tough. Rather, it was the very fabric of his existence, woven into his every breath, every thought, every action. It was his faith that made him brave enough to face the uncertainty, to leave behind everything he knew, everything he loved, for the promise of a better future. His faith was his shield, protecting him from the arrows of despair that life often hurls at us. When the road was rough, when the nights were cold, when the future seemed nothing but a bleak expanse of uncertainty, it was his faith that kept him moving forward. His faith was his sanctuary, providing him with the courage to face the unknown, the strength to keep going even when the odds were stacked against him. Abdullah's story is a testament to the power of faith. It's a reminder that faith is not just about believing in something greater than ourselves. It's about finding the strength within us to face whatever life throws at us. It's about standing tall in the face of adversity, about not giving up even when the world seems against us. Faith for Abdullah was not just a belief, it was a way of life, a guiding principle that gave him the courage to embark on a journey fraught with danger and uncertainty. It was his faith that gave him the strength to endure, to persevere, to hope for a better tomorrow. Abdullah's faith was his compass, guiding him through uncertainty and fear. His story is a beacon of hope, a testament to the power of faith, a reminder that even in the darkest of times, faith can light the way. Finally, we introduce Jessica, a woman who leaned on her faith to overcome a personal tragedy. In the midst of an ordinary life, Jessica experienced an extraordinary calamity. A devastating car accident claimed the lives of her beloved husband and two beautiful children, leaving her in a world of solitude and sorrow. The loss was so profound it threatened to swallow her whole. But Jessica, you see, was not an ordinary woman. In her heart she held a treasure, a deep and unwavering faith that had been nurtured over the years. This faith would become her lifeline, her beacon of hope in the darkest of nights. In the aftermath of the tragedy, Jessica found herself standing at the precipice of despair. The pain of her loss was all-consuming, and yet she clung to her faith. She held on to the belief that even in the face of such heartbreak, there was a divine purpose, a greater plan that she could not see. In her quiet moments of reflection, Jessica found solace in her faith. She whispered prayers for strength and courage, for the ability to endure the unbearable. She spoke to her Creator, pouring out her grief and her questions, and in return, she felt a sense of peace, a quiet reassurance that she was not alone in her suffering. As the weeks turned into months, Jessica's faith became her anchor. It gave her the strength to face each new day, the courage to rebuild her life piece by piece. It illuminated her path, guiding her towards healing and acceptance. Jessica's story is a testament to the power of faith. It reminds us that even in the face of profound loss, faith can provide a lifeline. It can offer solace and healing, strength and courage. It can pull us back from the brink of despair and guide us towards a future filled with hope and possibility. Jessica's faith was her lifeline, pulling her back from the brink of despair. These stories of Carolina, Abdullah, and Jessica reveal a common thread: the incredible power of faith. In a world full of trials and tribulations, faith emerges as a beacon of hope, a steady hand guiding us through the darkest of storms. It's a resounding testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the triumph of belief over doubt. Carolina, a woman of humble beginnings, showed us how faith can be a driving force that propels us out of hardship and towards our dreams. Her faith was her fuel, her compass, guiding her every step of the way. It was this unwavering belief that transformed her life, painting her story with hues of success and fulfillment. Abdullah, a man who journeyed through life's most daunting challenges, taught us that faith is an anchor, a rock amid the raging seas. His faith was his fortress, his shelter amidst the howling winds of adversity. It was this firm conviction that buttressed his resolve, allowing him to stand tall, firm, and unbroken in the face of trials. Jessica, a testament to the strength of the human spirit, demonstrated that faith is a source of unyielding resilience. Her faith was her shield, her refuge in the midst of turmoil. It was this steadfast belief that fortified her spirit, enabling her to endure, to persevere, and ultimately to triumph over adversity. In each story, the power of faith shines through. It's not just a belief, but a lifeline, a sanctuary, a source of strength. It's the spark that ignites our spirit, the wind that fills our sails, the light that illuminates our path. Faith, in all its forms, is a testament to our capacity for hope, resilience, and perseverance. It's a testament to our ability to rise above, to weather the storm, and to emerge stronger on the other side. Their faith didn't just survive the trials, it thrived, became stronger. It was their shield, their sanctuary, and their source of strength. We've seen how faith can fuel our perseverance, provide hope, and guide us through life's toughest challenges. It's been a journey of discovery, hasn't it? An exploration into the depths of our own beliefs and how they shape our existence. Now it's your turn to reflect. Consider the role faith plays in your life. How does it sustain you through your trials, lift you in your triumphs, and inspire you to keep going no matter the odds? Ponder these questions and you'll find that faith is more than a concept, it's a compass guiding you through the wilderness of life. And if you're comfortable, share your stories of faith and perseverance. You never know, your narrative could be the beacon of hope someone else is desperately seeking. Remember, faith is not about being unshaken, it's about being unbroken. Even when you're shaking, keep the faith, keep persevering.